Yeah. Hey Tim, it's been 2 weeks since Jill started her medication and 3 weeks since our intervention began. How are you feeling about everything?
I think everything's going great. Joe rarely speaks to peers in class. She doesn't seem to be off task. I know her medication is helping, but I think the intervention is like an extra layer keeping it all together.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I wanted to take some time to look back and see if we've reached our goals, determine if the intervention has been effective, and discuss whether we should modify or continue the plan.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I'd say she's met her goals. So she doesn't speak that often during independent work, maybe like once every 2 days at
Yeah,
most.
that's exactly what I noted in my data too. We set out trying to get her to be on task about 80% of the time and only distract peers maybe or talk to them maybe once per independent work block. And she's really achieved past our goals. So because of that week she was on before she was on medication, I think like our intervention really did help from data from that. So
Yeah, I'm not sure she always needs the praise every time. Like at this point, she's doing pretty well, and I'm wondering if we could change how often we do it.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. So like at this point, I think like a more effective and efficient intervention would kind of be the same thing, but we'll thin it out or thin out the reinforcement for the on-task behavior. So like
Mhm.
in our for our purposes, that would mean like instead of every single time Jill does something we want, maybe we praise her every few times or every 7 times, and we can discuss the number of times together.
Okay, that makes sense. I think we could change it to like every second or third time she's on task for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Your treatment integrity, by the way, has still been perfect. I really appreciate how hard you work on it and you've been keeping it up.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like I really got used to it. I'm starting to use like praise other students more as well.
That's great. Yeah. I know we've met the long-term goals and it's been a great success so far. So I think we can begin to kind of thin out the intervention and remove some aspects of it. So yeah, this we'll thin out the schedule of praise and then deliver it every 15 minutes, every once in a while. A huge difference from our 5 minutes that we chose earlier. But based on the data we've collected and what we've discussed, I think it's a reasonable change based on how well she's doing. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's also standard to kind of switch the ratio, and I think like changing it to every few times she's on task would be good, kind of a little randomly, like a variable schedule, I guess. Because we're like kind of thinning it out, I'd like to do a bit more data collection and then review next Friday after school with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds great. She's always been really reaching her potential, and I'm proud of her. We'll try the new schedule, and hopefully everything stays the same. If it doesn't, will we go back to the original like number of times that I praise her?
Yeah, I mean, if she appears to like have any trouble or like increase like talking to peers or anything, we can definitely tweak the intervention till it works. Maybe go back a few steps to make sure like instead of 15 we could do like 10 minutes just to ensure that like we're not taking away something that's too drastic, I guess. If that makes sense. Thank you
Yeah,
again for
okay.
all your hard work. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay, yeah. Thanks again for all your hard work. We'll definitely talk about it next week, and then I think we're just about wrapping it up. So
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Sounds good. See you.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna start it. Happy Friday, Tim. How's the new schedule going for Jill?
It's going well. Here's my data with the new schedule. I
Okay.
haven't seen any changes, and I don't feel like I'm bombarding her with praise anymore.
Yeah, that's great. I would have had you change the frequency of praise to be variable earlier, but I was a little worried that the medication might impact things in like an unforeseen way. So
Oh, yeah, I understand. But it seems to be really helping her too.
I agree. Yeah, my data seems to align with yours to a T now. Do you feel like you still want to meet to discuss these findings, or do you feel like everything's pretty solid, like you're pretty confident with the intervention and everything around it?
I think we've got it all figured out. Like mostly, I don't feel like we need to meet really, and I'll just send you any questions or concerns if I have any.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've noticed that you implemented the plan with like really good integrity. You're doing awesome progress monitoring, and you already thought about like kind of fading that intervention, like we talked about earlier before we even talked about it. So, I'll send you a little scale report so you can give me feedback about like the overall consultation process and how you felt about it. But other than that, everything worked out great. So you put in a lot of hard work, and as a result, her distracting behaviors and off-task behaviors are really good now. They've improved greatly. So please don't hesitate to let me know if any other concerns come up with Jill or any of the other students, okay? Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a
of
pleasure working
course.
with you. Yeah.
Uh, the pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. All right. See you around.